Good afternoon. Now that my kids are finally asleep, we are going to be making some sensory bottles for their upcoming preschool lesson this afternoon. Our first bottle will be a rainbow bottle featuring all the colors of the rainbow. Our second bottle is going to be a series of light refraction bottles in each of the different colors of the rainbow. And the third set of sensory bottles is going to be color mixing with oils and food dyes. So you can see I've been opening up jars of dye with my hands, so they're a little stained. Let's begin. We're going to begin by creating our rainbow sensory bottle. You're going to start 8 hours in advance by getting some water beads, which are these little beads that start out really tiny, the size of, I don't know if you could see that, the size of a pinhead, and you let them soak in water for about 8 hours. These have been soaking for 9. I've separated all the colors because it makes it easier, and they get to be about this big. They're very squishy, they're very fun. 1 12-ounce Voss water bottle, 1 container of mineral oil, and your different colors of rainbow water beads. So I'm going to start out with the purple water beads. Drop in the water beads, blue, yellow, make sure that's nice and even, orange. Alright, so there's our rainbow bottle and all the colors of the rainbow. Now, mineral oil is a petroleum-based product. It is super messy, so if you are pouring anything with it, I would recommend not using something that you're going to use for food with the mineral oil. Cornstarch, the shower gel that we're going to be using today, that's all okay, but the mineral oil is messy and it shouldn't really be consumed. So there's our first sensory bottle. You can see it's not designed, the bubbles still go through there. It still bubbles, but the colors are not mixing and they're packed so tightly they're not going to. Okay, our next sensory bottles are going to be all the colors of the rainbow with shower gel that has been dyed. There's our dyeing cup, our spatula for mixing, our funnel for pouring, our regular baking food dyes, and six bottles. Make sure you also have your hot glue gun handy because we're going to need to glue these at the end of the demonstration. I was unhappy with how that looked, that last one. I couldn't really see the bubbles. And if it's not texture, if it just looks like one big red jar, then what's the point? So we're going to try doing it with just the red beads. Almost to the top there. Now, let's see how that looks. Let's test it out. See how that looks. That's nice, it's bubbly. What you can see if you put it on a light table is how bright that color is. Let's see if you can really see it on there, how you can really tell how the light changes. That's going to be a lot of fun for them. We're going to repeat that process with the next bottles. Okay, here are the rainbow sensory bottles. So you can see up close with the water beads and the gel. So all of our colors. Now these haven't been hot glued yet. I'm about to hot glue them. Let's check and see if the glue is hot yet. Almost. So I'll show you guys where I'm going to put the glue. So I put the glue on the inner ring in here and on the inner ring in here, and then I screw it on. And then we can look at the rainbow bottle. I also glue the outside in a fairly thick layer of glue all the way around there. Alright, so there are our rainbow sensory bottles, individual colors. We will proceed next to my favorite ones, the color mixing sensory bottles. Okay, we are going to end this with my favorites, the color mixing bottles. You're also going to need some mineral oil, two jars, and two funnels, because we want to keep our colors separate. You're going to need some light, where is a good spot here, Caro corn syrup, and you are going to need candy dyes. I like to use Wilton's candy dye in yellow and blue. That's for the mineral oil. You're going to need some water-based food dyes for the corn syrup in pink, blue, and red. This dye, food coloring, cannot dye mineral oil. You must use candy dyes. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Your corn syrup is going to be your base color. So these are 12 ounces. I'm going to need about 6 ounces of corn syrup. We will start with blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. Take your spatula and give it a stir. Make sure all that dye is nice and blended into the syrup. So like I said, we are going to start with this, and for this halfway point is right about here in the middle. Corn syrup goes first. We're going to do all of the corn syrup. So once again, we pour some corn syrup into our jar. There we go. Once again, give your corn syrup a nice stir. Alright, for the mineral oil. Now we take our funnel. We're going to start with our blue. And there you go. There's yellow number 1. Now we get our red. There needs to be a little bit of air in the bottle. So now we have some more mineral oil. We add some of the blue. And voila! I am just about to glue these caps, and then we'll test out the bottles and see how they turned out. But from the looks of it, they look pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. Here you go. Let's test it. Ooh. And if you go slowly, you can see where the colors blend like that. So to recap today, we made one rainbow bottle, some sensory bottles, and in addition, 3 color mixers of your choice. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like these videos, and I hope that you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Enjoy the sensory bottles, and our next video will talk about how you incorporate these bottles into a classroom.